Hello, welcome back to Confident Conversations. Today we have a solo episode. I thought I would take you back to 2020, just before the pandemic hit and when I decided to start this journey. Um, this episode is actually dedicated to my mentor who I love dearly, and I'm very thankful to her for actually believing in me. Um, so Joanne, this one's for you. So in 2020, once my granddad got diagnosed with cancer, I decided to take a shot at this amazing journey that has fortunately led me to the podcast. Um, I was writing blogs at the time. My granddad got diagnosed with cancer, and I thought for me at the time was it's now or never. That was a choice that I made at that point. It was a choice that I thought, you know what, I've got to give it a shot now. And respectfully, I think just getting my name out there and showing what I could do was really important for me. Um, Looking back to 3, 4 years ago now, I'm not that same person. I'm taking chances, I'm taking opportunities, and I would never have done that had I not started this journey. Um, and it all started with an IG live. For me, when I was writing blogs, I thought, you know what, let me watch some lives, let me see what people are doing, let me see how I can get involved within the community. Let me just stick my toe in the water per se, and for me, I've never looked back at the chances, at the opportunities. I don't regret doing it. Um, so I actually met Joanne through Melina, who's a very good friend of mine, during IG Live. Melina was doing IG Lives throughout the pandemic. I think it was a very different way of actually getting across at the time. Not a lot of people were doing it, and for me, actually hearing Joanne's story, hearing her entrepreneurship, hearing everything she had been through throughout the last, I think it was 7 years at the time, um, just made me want to work with her. It made me want to have a chance of actually reaching out to her and seeing what she could help me with. So I took a chance. She was doing a mentorship program at the time. Um, and actually within a couple of days, I think it was, because I stayed up that night to actually apply. I remember it was up until midnight and I had to get up early for work. But I was so determined to be one of the first applicants and show her actually I'm serious about this. I wanna move forward with my life. I wanna see exactly what I can do. Um, so I applied within a couple of days. She got back to me, and we started working together almost immediately. Actually, um, we started working together. My dream at the time was to be a motivational speaker, carry on with the author progress. Um, but I didn't know what I really wanted to do. I remember just saying to her, I want to do a lot of workshops. I want to help people. I want to give a chance to people that haven't had the chance. But for me, I didn't really know if that was a chance. And at the time, I was doing a lot of courses. I was doing hairdressing, makeup, events, just to get like a lot of experience, a lot of qualifications, um, and just trying to find what I wanted to do. Um, so I remembered that, and it was where she's. And I wasn't confident at the time. I'm still not very confident within myself, and it was something that I had to really work on to get to where I am today. Um, like I said, Joanne almost immediately worked with me, and she I think she envisioned my dream before I did. But she made me go back and think about it because it was my sort of goal, my sort of journey. And within a week, I sort of said I want to do motivational speaker and author. And she was like, yeah, but do you want to be an author that's a motivational speaker, or do you want to be a motivational speaker that's an author? At the time, I didn't understand the question. Now I do, because there's a big difference. Um, and yeah, I think that's where it led to my first video, working with Joanne. I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't trust that first video. I didn't trust it whatsoever. Because, number one, I didn't have any confidence. And number two, I had never really been in front of a camera. So when she said that, I was like, alright, I'll do it. But never really had any belief in myself. It took me like 100 tries to get the video right. My words all got mumbled up in that video. But actually, something that I learned that day was it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you take that first step. It doesn't matter if you stumble across the words. It doesn't matter how many tries it takes to get there, as long as you're trying. And I think for me, working with Joanne, it was such an amazing experience. It was something that I had to do. It was something that for me was such an unbelievable experience. I got to meet a lot of people through her. I said it on last week's podcast. I got to meet Ugo Enrique, who I had last week. But it's also allowed me to progress throughout my journey. I became a life coach because of Joanne. It was something that I wanted to do and try. Whether it worked or not, I'm still happy that I tried it. I invested, and it was something that I had to do for myself. The podcast wouldn't have happened without Joanne. Doing IG Live wouldn't have happened. And this was all things that I sort of said to her I wanted to try, but I didn't. They were all things that I wanted to try, but at the time I wasn't confident enough. But Joanne gave me the tools to do it. Joanne was the one that believed in my vision. I was almost at all her workshops. When she was doing IG Lives, I knew I had to get on just to build that confidence. And for me, it was never about, it was never about progressing in the beginning. It was more about building my confidence, building who I am, getting my name out there. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad that I had that opportunity. But again, had I not taken that first step just before the pandemic hit, or just as it started, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have thought in a million years that I'd be doing a podcast. I'd never thought I'd be a life coach. I'd never think of having these conversations. And it all started from that one conversation with Melina. It all started from trying out and asking Joanne to be my mentor. Things may have not always worked out, and we've gone our separate ways, but I couldn't be more thankful to her, because she gave me those tools and I still use them to today. I'm still proud of what I'm learning, and I'm still proud of what I'm using. I learned to set up a brand. I learned to network with people. I learned how to do an IG Live properly, and I've learned how to do Instagram Reels properly, and I'm focused on conversation. And these are all things that 6-7 years ago I would never have done. This for me is rare. This for me it's such see the guy that used to do this. So 5-6 years ago, the guy that I used to be doesn't exist anymore, and it seems very weird to me. However, the guy that's here today, I'm very proud of. I'm very, very proud of who I am now. Um, and yeah, I'm just doing me, and again, there are people that I've met along the way, Luch, Melina, John Valencia, DJ Will. You lot have made an impact in my life and have allowed me to do this. Erica, you've been killing it with the IG lives and Erica's Inspirational Thursdays, and I've got to give her a huge shout out to you because you've been consistent. I haven't been consistent, but I've been trying things that I wanted to try for a long time, and I'm proud of that. But now I found my spot. This is my spot, and I'm loving the journey. And actually, I'm not chasing people anymore. I'm not chasing people who either cancel me last minute, who can't make it, who try and manipulate me in one way or another. I'm not chasing you that anymore. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing my own journey. I'm happy with where I am, and honestly, I'm just enjoying the journey. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm excited where the journey is going. Um, but yeah, I thought I'd share a bit of my story with Joanne and how much she's helped me. The weekly sessions that we used to have, I absolutely miss, but we're both extremely busy now, and I'm very proud of what she's doing. I'm proud of the brand she's helping build, like she helped build mine. Um, and I'm very excited for what you do next, Joanne. I'm very excited to see where you're going. Life is very precious, and keep killing it. You're doing amazing things. You're very successful, and honestly, Han, keep doing what you're doing. Everyone that's progressing, everyone that's doing what they want to do, keep going. Yeah, just keep killing it. Just keep pursuing your passions. It doesn't matter how small the step is. It doesn't matter what small steps you take, as long as you're taking them. I think the most important thing to remember is a small step is better than no steps. A small conversation can lead to big things. A small dream can lead to such a massive difference. And I think that's the lesson that I had to learn working with Joanne. I had to learn that for myself. I had to really push myself to understand that I can't be spoon fed all the information. I've got to go out there and find it. I've got to really take in what I'm doing in order to really focus and learn. And I'm proud that I had Joanne as a mentor. I'm proud that everything I've done hasn't just been for her, but it's been because of her. I've been able to learn it because of her. It's such a beautiful journey that I'm on, and honestly, I think had someone not taken the risk to mentor me, or someone hadn't been there for me like she has, or she had been, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have done this incredible journey, this amazing pathing that I've had. But I'm very honoured, and I'm very proud of where I am today. I know that I might be shooting for the stars. I might be reaching too high, but that's the only thing I know how to do, and it's the only way I know how to succeed. Reaching for the stars and reaching way too high. I'm very optimistic. I'm very pessimistic, and I can be optimistic, but I can also be very realistic. I know my goals. I know my abilities. I know everything I can do, but I also believe in my abilities to excel, to grow. I know my abilities to succeed, and you better believe that I am gonna succeed. I don't just owe it to myself. I owe it to everyone around who supported me. I owe it to everyone around me that's been there for me and has shown love. I can't quit, and that's something that I've always had a mindset on. I cannot quit. It doesn't matter where I am, what I'm doing, or mentally how I'm feeling. I cannot quit. And I think that's one thing that Joanne loved about me. That no matter what I was going through, I just always had success, a success mindset. I never thought of quitting. I never thought, actually, let me stop for a second. Let me do this. Let me do that. I was always full steam ahead. I was always focused. I was always on track to do what I've wanted to do for the longest time. And I couldn't be prouder of that journey. And like I said, she's given me the tools, and I've gone beyond that, and I've learned a lot. I've learned how to use those tools. I've learned a lot how to manage myself. And actually, I've learned that I have the capability of taking my own accountability. I've taken my own ability to focus on myself, and actually I've given myself the tools to go, you know what, no one's going to do it for me, no one's going to spoon feed me, and if I don't take this seriously, no one else is going to do it for me. This is no one else's goal, this is my goal, and no one's going to help me succeed apart from myself. Others can't make it happen, only I can. And it's something that I've learned the hard way. I've learned this in such a difficult way. And the road can be lonely, the road can be hard, and it can be long. And I've had to start again multiple times, and that's okay. I think for my journey especially, I've had to start again multiple times, and you know what, that's fine. I'm getting there. I'm enjoying the journey, like I said, and I couldn't be more grateful to where I am. For me, it's always been about getting to the goal, no matter how quick or how slow I get there. It's about getting to that goal. And for me, it seems that everything might be happening slowly, and that's absolutely fine. But one thing that you'll never get from me is quitting. No matter how many times I've got to start again, no matter how many times I've got to get back up, no matter how many times I've hit a wall and crashed, I'm still getting back up every single time. And that's something that I can take away, and it's something that I've learned from Joanne, and it's something that I've learned from my community, to keep on going no matter how hard the obstacles get. And here's the thing. In the last 3 years, I've been stressed. I've been putting like a weight on my shoulders. And actually, this year, I've done a lot more than I've done in the last 3 years. I've been very consistent. I've been very focused. I've been very goal-minded. I've been very success-minded. I've known what I wanted to achieve. And for me, I'm motivated this year. I'm very focused on the goals that I want to achieve. And luckily, my parents can see that, and my parents can see how focused I am and how much I'm enjoying this. And I'm excited to see where I can go. I'm excited to see how much I can achieve, and I think this for me is a journey for me. I think this is where I'm meant to be, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna thank Joanne once again for the opportunity to be mentored by you. Did Nova was a hell of a journey for me. I got to meet such an incredible bunch of people who were also entrepreneurs, networking. Honestly, I couldn't be more thankful to you for giving me the tools to be here today. For giving me the tools to build my confidence, for giving me the tools to actually achieve what I've wanted to achieve. I'm excited. I'm moving forward, and I think I owe it a lot to you. You supported my IG lives. You supported me going live and actually going, you know what, it can help you. Yeah, I think Joanne's an incredible woman who has given me a lot of tools, and until today I'm still using them. Whether it's building my brand, whether it's marketing myself, whether it's choosing the right colors and making sure it stands out for being me. I think for me it's more about learning and giving back to that what Joanne has given me. And like I said, I couldn't be more thankful. But yeah, guys, just keep going for your dreams, keep pursuing your passions, take those steps that are necessary, whether they're small, whether they're big, whether no matter how big they are, how small they are, it's still your first steps. Reach out to people. There's more people out there who are willing to help. And what's the worst that can happen? Not getting an answer, getting a no. That's absolutely fine. You'll be surprised that actually a lot of people will be out there willing to help. It's exactly how I met Joanne. It's how I met the Mango Studio team, Luch, Melina. I just reached out and hoped for the best, and luckily for me, I've gotten somewhere, and there's still people out there who are willing to help 100%. Just keep going, guys. Keep pursuing what you want to do and never give up. Just keep believing in your source, keep believing in yourself, and keep manifesting in those dreams, because that's what's going to get you to where you want to be. Manifestation and believing in your source and yourself. Right, guys, I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this solo episode, but I hope you took something away from this. Joanne, I absolutely love you. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. And I thought I'd give you like a little bit of an honouring in this podcast. But I'm absolutely excited to see what's next for everyone, and I will always support you lot. But again, guys, thank you for the love and the support. Thank you for pushing me, motivating me, and honestly showing me the love. I know how hard it can be, and I know how scary it can be to try something new. But trust me, it's absolutely worth it. Keep going, keep pushing. And honestly, guys, just keep believing in yourselves. Because believing in yourselves means more than anyone believing in you. Don't forget that. Thank you, guys. Love, share, subscribe. Love you lot.